I said, plant your feet and plant your flag and what we know is the biggest thing ever. Now, I know that you probably received a phone call from people in the past and they told you that they were about to do the biggest thing ever. But I'm going to tell you that I've been taught to never ever use the word easy before in my life. But I have never seen anything as easy as what we're going to show you this evening. And so, as you heard, I am a multiple seven-figure income earner, and I am the wife of one husband, Mr. Paul Moorer. I am a former hairstylist, 27 years. I slaved behind the chair. I've owned my own salon. I am a serial entrepreneur. That simply just means that I don't do jobs well. I am psychologically unemployable. That's right. I am psychologically unemployable. And when this industry found me in 2008, it found me in a space, you guys, where I was broke and broken, going through a divorce, just like many of the people that are launching their businesses tonight. And so we know that there's people like Dr. Dunn that have seen the vision. She's launching her business tonight. We know that we've got Justin Jones and his team. We've got Kawana Owens and her team. We've got Angela Scott and her team, and so many others. We've got bishops and doctors and all kinds of people from all walks of life that are on this call tonight because they see the vision. They saw a thing in the middle of their life that kind of smacked them in the face. Many of them had no plan to be here. Many of them didn't know that they were going to have an experience or a touch with a product that was going to change their lives. Well, back in 2008, I had an experience. I went to a meeting that took me out of my comfort zone. I had to drive there in the rain, but I was broke and broken. And while going through a divorce, what I realized is that I actually didn't have a lot of money. I didn't have enough money to make ends meet, but ends are never supposed to meet, right? Everybody understands that ends are never supposed to meet. As I sat in the room, and I want y'all to hear me good. As I sat in the room, I remember feeling shamed because the woman that was giving the presentation said, some of you here work 50, 60, 70, 80 hours a week. And there are some of you here that don't even have $300 to rub together. Well, guess what? I was one of those people. But guess what? I still made a decision to make a move. I took a leap of faith because I believed that if what I was doing wasn't working, then guess what? It was going to require me to do something different. For those of you that are on this line right now, I want you to know this is not just another Zoom. This is not just another meeting. This is the Zoom. It is the meeting because everyone should make money in their sleep. And if we believe that people don't need money, I want to just let you in on a secret. The world itself is in $3 trillion worth of debt. So everybody needs money. So before we get started, if you are ready to level up and level up your life, then I want you to say, I'm ready in the comments. Let me see you light the chat up and say, I'm ready in the comments. Well, I've had massive success helping other people have massive success. And many of those people are on this call right now. There are some people that are on the journey with me, and this is their very first time. And I am here to tell you that you've probably heard these kinds of things before, but we're going to show you a very simple system. We're going to show you live testimonies with live people like Lamar Price, like Mike Freeland, like Maxine Mitchell, like William Martin, like Mia Rowland, who are having massive success with this product. Again, if you know somebody who's dealing with pain, mobility, sleep, energy, stress, anxiety, depression, you need to let them know that this is the place to be. But we found something. See, what I got sick of, y'all, was the race to the bottom. What I got sick and tired of was another Me Too thing, another Me Too product. I am tired of seeing people duplicate products, charge $5 less, and now everyone's trying to get to the top. But what we understood is that in order for us to have something that is disruptive, revolutionary, it's not out there on the market yet. It was going to require for us to do something different. I want you to now lend me your ears, lend me your eyes. You might even need to lend me your heart because some of you have been praying for something. Some of you have been praying for a thing. Some of you have waited all of your lives for this moment. I'm going to share with you our mission, our vision, and our values because our mission is very clear to patch 1 million people. I want y'all to write that in the comments. We're going to patch 1 million people, but we need your help. You see, there's 3 things that we're going to talk about on this call tonight. We're going to talk about the why. Why are we even here? Why are you being introduced to Super Patch? The reason why is because we want to help solve global wellness problems for the world. We're going to help, and I want you to write that down. We are here to help solve global wellness problems for the world. That is the why. Well, the what, we're going to explain that to you. And the what is called VTT technology. I want you to write that down. But then I got to tell you the why. Why are we here? Why are you here tonight? Because of Super Patch. And you're here because we have a little product, a 2x2 product that is changing the lives of people all around the world. So the mission and the vision are clear. The mission is that we're going to patch 1 million people. What is the vision? We've got our why, our how, and our why, our what, and our what, our why and our what and our how. Now we're going to share with you exactly how this little 2x2 patch is a disruptive technology. And when you have disruptive technology, it has always changed the world and it always will. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Our CEO, I like to call him JD, Dal Wally. He started this company because of his mother. He wanted to save his mama after she found out and was diagnosed with MS. He designed this patch for his mama. And we sing the songs, I'll always love my mama. We say the words, I would just give my life for my mama or for my children. Well, literally, he did. 16 years of research and $25 million of his own money. Ladies and gentlemen, you're early to the party because Super Patch just launched January of 2023. I want you to write that down, and I want to thank you all for letting people in the room. See, when you can solve the world's biggest problems, you will create big opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, what are some of the really big global wellness problems? Well, I want you to look at the screen. And if we're coming down your block or down your pew or stepping on your feet, then I want you to think about it. If you've got these problems, just like so many of the people that are launching their businesses tonight, they said yes because they saw that they could help 6 billion people who have poor sleep habits. They realized they could help 2.4 billion people who are living with high stress. Well, that they could help 1.6 billion people with aches and pains. I want you to write it in the comments. What are some of the wellness problems that you are currently dealing with yourself? Put it in the comments. Is it stress? Is it poor mobility? Is it low energy? Is it mood issues? Are you having immune problems? Maybe it's low fitness, calorie control, whatever it might be. I want you to write it in the comments. Well, we know if there's some problems, we know that there are some current solutions. Now, some of the current wellness solutions include drugs, over-the-counter products. You see it, lifestyle change. And most people really don't want to change their lives. Surgery, exercise, diet change, holistic and natural products. And we all know that a lot of natural products aren't really natural products. We're talking about therapy, supplements, drugs, caffeine. People are running their lives off of double doses, triple doses of caffeine. But all of those wellness solutions actually come with challenges and risks. And these are the current challenges and risks that come with those wellness solutions. We're talking about they're hard to use. How about the safety issues, overdosaging, the high cost, side effects, contraindications, lifestyle change, regulatory compliance, invasives, and you know the big one, is it FDA registered, right? Is it FDA approved? That's what people want to know. But our CEO, Mr. J, he actually has done the research and he actually polled several people, tons of people, hundreds of people to find out, well, what is it that people really want out of their supplements? Because we realize that, guess what? What we're doing is not working in totality. So if you can find anything in this circle, which are the answers to what you're actually looking for, we want you to now type that in the comments. See, we know that there are people that are looking for stuff that's affordable. They're looking for products that have been tried and tested. We're looking for products that are easy to use, right? Something that I could just slap it on my arm or my shoulder or my back or my leg. We're talking about products that an infant can use, a teenager can use, a middle-aged adult could use, and or a senior could use. We're talking about a product that an expecting mom, a nursing mom could use with no lifestyle change, no diet change, 100% drug free. Well, what could you give me, Nina, that's side effect free? Well, here's what we know, that in order to have all that we really want, it's going to need a new approach. That it is time for a breakthrough, because what's out there on the market is not going to provide you with those things that we say that we want. So we introduce you now to something that you're going to feel like it's magic. You're going to say, well, wait a minute. What is this magic? Because you're going to see some things tonight that are going to cause you to believe that, yes, it's magic. We want to introduce you now to Super Patch, our VTT technology. And this little patch right here, and I can see it's a little out of focus, has ridges on it. And you're going to watch a little video right now because we want you to know that our product is 100% drug-free with quick improving benefits. More than 1 million happy clients. FDA registered. Incredible clinical results with a 30-day satisfactory guarantee. Made in the United States, shipped in the United States with 95% positive reviews. You know what I love about that, Mrs. Faison? You know what I love about that, Gail, Edna? You know what I really love about the truth of the matter is? When are you ever going to get 100% positive reviews? And what I really love is that our CEO didn't want to lie to you. No, we don't have 100% positive reviews, but neither does McDonald's, neither does Chick-fil-A, neither does Target, neither does Macy's, neither does Walmart, and I think the list goes on and on and on. Here's what I want to do. I want to step away out of the space, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play right now for you a 5-minute video that's going to explain this VTT technology. This is not the time for you to go to the bathroom. This is not the time for you to check out. This is the time for you to listen with your listening ear. This is the time for you to really sit up and write some notes on what you're getting ready to hear, because this video is going to explain how this little patch has no ingredients, no medicines, no side effects, but it's changing people's lives. I don't want you to scroll on social media right now. I want you to pay attention, because we'll be right back. And I promise you that by the end of this Zoom, you're going to see why we can't shut up about Super Patch and what Super Patch is doing and has done for so many people. Let's watch the video.
On average, it covers about 21 square feet, bigger than a typical door frame. It comprises 15% of your body weight and contains 11 miles of blood vessels. I'm talking about the biggest organ in the human body, your skin. And now, the Super Patch Company is unlocking the superpowers of human skin. Your skin protects you from invaders like germs, helps you regulate your body temperature, and allows you to feel tactile sensations like hot, cold, rough, and soft. In fact, the Nobel Prize was awarded to a couple of doctors who unlocked the secrets of our body's sense of touch and temperature. Imagine you have a tiny team of workers inside your body. When your skin experiences something hot or cold, or something touches your skin, these workers send messages to your brain telling you what's happening. They're called ion channels, and these sensors are the key to a new cutting-edge technology utilized by the Super Patch Company. This elegant and effective technology has gone through clinical studies, and the amazing results have been published in peer-reviewed science journals. And their benefits are game-changing. For example, let's talk about pain. The Freedom Super Patch focuses on pain management. Users of the patch reported a 72% reduction in pain within minutes, and the relief lasts for 24 hours. Here's how this amazing technology works. It's well known that our minds regulate our physiology. The autonomic nervous system and other neural networks, much like computer programs in our mind, control every aspect of our physical lives, from our heart and breathing rates to sleep and pain. But these networks can become dysfunctional or damaged due to factors like illness, stress, injury, or the environment. And when your neural networks stop working optimally, it can affect every aspect of your health. So to utilize these neural pathways, those ion channels, the Super Patch Company has been developing skin stimulation technology for more than 12 years. It's called Haptic Vibrotactile Trigger Technology, or VTT. Each Super Patch contains very fine ridges that stimulate receptors in your skin. Think of them as braille for the brain. And the unique patterns of these ridges help reboot a specific neural program. When these ridges touch the skin, the stimulation starts instantly correcting those neural programs, essentially rewiring your brain. We're talking about life-changing benefits. For example, more than 50 million Americans have sleep disorders. And according to the National Institute of Health, insufficient sleep is estimated to have a negative annual impact on the U.S. economy of more than $400 billion. Studies have shown that people who wear the REM Super Patch for 2 weeks fall asleep 48% faster and get almost 25% more sleep at night. Every year, more than 36 million falls are reported among older Americans, and studies show that balance is the most reliable biomarker for longevity. In other words, if you have good balance and stability, the more likely you are to live longer. Studies on the Liberty Super Patch reveal that it can improve balance and stability by more than 30%. This is all done without drugs, electronic stimulation, or therapies. Most importantly, the patches are safe and easy to use. 100% drug and chemical free. No ingredients or supplements, and there are no contraindications or side effects. It's great to be active. It's even better to be proactive. The Super Patch, backed by research, proven by science.
Every single time I watch that video, I get all the more excited all over again. And that is because I know what's happening, right? I know what I see. And although we don't make any medical claims, we're here tonight to introduce you to the future of wellness. And the future of wellness is actually here right now. So you're witnessing the revolution, and it's going to be televised right in front of your eyes with or without you. But I have some very, very special friends of mine that are here this evening. And I know that we have William Martin on the line. We've got Mr. Lamar Price on the line. I'm going to ask Lamar Price if you would come on and unmute yourself, and I'm going to bring you to the line for you to give your testimony. Because, you know, men lie, women lie, but there's some numbers that don't lie. And y'all see that there are almost 360 people tonight that want to hear what we're talking about, right? When have you seen this kind of momentum happening in this industry, right? So, LP, if you would unmute yourself, you are a co host, you can unmute yourself, and then you need to turn your camera on so that I can bring you to the front. LP, unmute yourself. All right. William Martin, because we're going to keep moving forward. William Martin, are you able to unmute yourself so that you can come to the screen and give us your testimony? Okay.
Good afternoon, good evening, everyone.
There we go. All right. Keep talking. I'm going to find you and I'm going to pin you. There you go. I'm going to pin you up now. Well, hello.
It's an honor to meet you. It's a very, very great honor to meet you. I mean, for years I have been praying for certain situations with my health. I was 660 pounds, and basically I was collapsing on myself. And I have tried different measures of trying to relieve pain, get the stress off my back, and, you know, carrying a whole lot of things on my shoulder, and more so having a wife and wanting to be there for her, with her. And for, you know, God put people in front of you for a reason. And I got a chance to meet Dr. Bromwell. And, you know, I thought this lady was crazy when she said, I'm going to put a sticker on you and it's going to do the job. And, you know, not trying to be funny, but when I was sitting there and started jerking and carrying on, and I mean, I felt things that I hadn't felt in years. But, you know, again, after this, I mean, I had to buy in. And to top this all off now, I want to sell a patch to everybody on this planet. And I'm not even going to front. I'm trying to sell you a patch right now. I just want you to understand just how serious this is. I mean, I live in an elderly and disabled area. And I'm going to be honest with you. I cannot stop talking to my neighbors and to different ones that I know. And if you come around me, I'm going to stick you with a patch. I'm going to, if I, whatever it takes for me to get to that point, I want to be able to buy that $3,000 packet. I want to be able to get it, because if you can't spend it, you can't get it.
I love it. Let me ask you a question, because Dr. Bramwell shared with me that you were not able to walk at all.
No, actually, I was not. But, you know, I declare every day that by his stripes that I am healed. I do that, and I do it religiously. But I'm going to be totally honest with you. When I stand up, and I mean, let me just go ahead and make a joke out of it. I was running out of the air trying to get a yoo-hoo. And, you know, and now I can sit down and I can tell you I can breathe clearly. And if I was in my other area, I would actually do my little demonstration. I even got a two-step for you. And you know what? When I go to church, I mean, I like to give my all. And not for years, I was mad at them other people because they got to jump, shout, and carry on. And all I got to do was sit there and just look at them and say, okay,
Wow.
but now I got a chance to get my praise on even more. And I thank y'all for making this product. And this product is actually, it's a product that sells itself. And that's the greatest part about this. It sells itself, and I honestly want to make a million out of it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Williams,
See,
for
Yeah.
you
sharing
caught the
your
spirit
testimony.
right then. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, right? Thank you so much for your testimony. We're going to be watching for more of your story as it unfolds. Thank you for being a part of the family and just your willingness to share with us this evening. Thank you so much. All right, awesome. Let me go ahead, you all. We got to go to the next one. So I don't know if LP, are you having trouble unmuting? Are you able to come up? If not, we're going to go right on to Maxine, right? We're going to go right. I don't see Michael Freeland on the line. Is Mia Rowland? Mia, are you here? Mia, if you're here, let me see. We've got Mia Rowland on the line. Let's see. Do I see Mia Rowland? Mia, I do. Let's get you to, I'm going to make you a co host so that you can unmute. Mia Rowland, would you unmute and just start speaking? If you start speaking, I'll be able to find you and bring you up to the screen.
Can you hear me?
I can. Mia, hello.
Hi.
You, I know you're full of emotion every time we talk.
Yeah, I ended up I'm not gonna talk long because I don't feel well. I ended up taking my patches off a couple hours ago, just so you guys can, you know,
Oh,
see. Normally I don't display this. Even with social media, I never ever post. I don't even really talk about it. Only people who know me and see me if I'm having like some type of episode or something. Um, when I started, I want to cry talking about it, but when I started using these patches, I wasn't using them for my trimmers or anything. I was getting them for something else.
right.
And after wearing them for a few weeks, I was like, I think these are helping me with my symptoms, controlling, my shakes, because I have involuntary muscle movements, and the doctors never could tell me why. And the last time I had a real big episode because I couldn't stand up. And when I went to the emergency, they did a spinal. I let them go ahead and do it because I never wanted one. And he was like, he couldn't see, tell anything from that. But he said, it is definitely something wrong with you. And I suggest for you to go to the University of Michigan Hospital because I was in Michigan at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up not going because the appointments were so far out. And I created another Facebook page and I found these different groups. And I didn't want people on my regular page to see anything. So I created another page and I started uploading videos of my problems that I was having because they were so different from everybody else because I shake different. If I try to control, can you see my hand?
Yes, we can see
If
it.
I was to, if I try to control this, I can't even stop it right now, but it'll cause something else to move. So it's just so crazy. So I was uploading videos trying to get help, and they referred me to this movement specialist. So when I went to him, my son had took me, and I was real sick at that time. And he wasn't sure, but he did tell me to try to eliminate stress or whatever. And I do have anxiety because what they realize is that stress is a trigger for me, and this is the way my body reacts to it.
Right,
And
right,
like doing this, like now, is like creating anxiety for me. So it's causing me to shake because I don't do anything like this. I
right.
took the piece patch off, I took everything off just so you can see. And I took the patch off. So I can't even, I can't even open it.
It's
I can't
okay.
even
Take
see the piece.
take your time. We're not going to rush this. I don't think anybody is in a rush to get off of here. They're amazed at what they're seeing, and Mia, we're with you. We're with you, and we appreciate your transparency and you wanting people to see how these
Yeah.
patches have changed your life. So we're with you. They're lighting the chat up right now,
I
like
just
sending
put,
you. There you
I got
go.
Liberty on. And it's actually slowing down even faster than what I let me see because last time I tried to do the video for you, I didn't want it to keep running because I couldn't tell how. victory too. And it's crazy because people can see me. It's like, oh, you look healthy. Because sometimes I'm not shaking. I have a tremor, my hands are down, but who's looking at my hand? If I pick up something to start drinking or holding something, it's like, she's shaking. If you're holding my hand, you can feel that I'm shaking. I might have to put both on.
Okay, go ahead.
It,
It's okay. Take your time. We not in any rush.
it's
Take
funny
your
because when I had to work this morning, didn't have them on. I was trying to see if I can go without them. And my coworker, I said, can you make a call because I'm having some issues this morning? I see it stopping.
I see it.
I've
That
come,
is incredible.
I tell you,
Mia, that is incredible.
I have been
Ugh,
dealing with this since 1999 is when I first started having problems. It started with the shake of a finger, and my grandmother said, "You need to get it checked out." And I was like, "Grandma, I'll be okay." See? Ah,
take a deep breath. Just take a deep. It's okay. Take a deep breath
ah.
for it.
It is
Because
just
we
so.
with you. We're with you. And I mean the chat, everybody is amazed right now because we just
It is
watched
just
it in
me
real
too.
time.
Me too. It is so crazy. And I was telling my son, I said, I'm not going to say anything right now. Because I said, I think these are helping me with my tremors. Because I usually have more problems like first thing in the morning. And I was like, I'm not shaking. But I was like, no, because I had other problems that it really helped me with too. But this was the biggest. I'm happy about this.
Wow.
Trigger stress. If somebody talk about something that's very sad, it brings it on. Because I was talking to my mother Sunday about these patches last Sunday, and I didn't have them on at the time. And I started getting emotional and crying, and then looking at some of my old videos or whatever. And she was like, "You probably need to go patch up." I said, "Yeah, I think so," because I start feeling weak too, So,
So Mia,
but
don't take them patches off no more. Don't you take them patches off
I I
anymore.
I took them off and because I wanted to be able to show because it helps with my symptoms, and I don't know what I would do without them.
Wow,
It's
thank you
just
so
I
much.
just wanted to show you guys, but
Ah,
this
look
is
at that.
real. This
Ah,
is it's not fake. That's why when I posted on my Facebook page, I showed recent because people think, oh, she's just making herself shake. That's why I had to pull out an old video so you can see that that was real. I was at work and they were videoing me at work because they wanted to call 911 because
right.
it got so bad. So that's why I put the old one for people. It was like, oh, she's faking. No, here's something that's even older so you can see that I have
Wow.
tremors.
Thank you
I feel
so
better.
much.
Even
Wow.
I feel better because
Thank you so much. And thank you for trusting me. Thank you
yeah.
so
All
much.
right.
I am
Thank
so
you.
happy for you. Thank you. Wow. Y'all see it? Y'all see it. Now, let me tell y'all something. Once you see this, you can't unsee it. And once you hear it, you can't unhear it. Now, we got one more. We got one more. And I know you probably are thinking, Nina, there is no way that you could have another testimony to share with us. We got one more. And I'm getting ready to go. She's right here in Georgia. And I believe that, yep, Maxine, I want you to go ahead and come up to the screen and unmute if you can. I made you a co-host. So Maxine, you should be able to unmute. Come on, Maxine. Come on up to the line. Are you there?
I am. I
There you
am. Can you
are,
see me?
Maxine. Yes, we can. Y'all, Maxine, I've been crying for about 2 days between you and Mia. Because Mia messaged me and then she's been sending me some videos. I didn't know when Mia wanted to partner with me that she was having the tremors, the shakes. And so with you, you had shared with me, well, Nina, I have a speech impediment, but you were more concerned about the other things, your stability, and you told us your story. And I want you all to light this chat up for Maxine. Maxine is a domestic violence survivor. And she's now at a space in her life where she's ready to share the story with the world. All right. But Maxine's last encounter caused severe nerve damage. I'm going to do a little talking so you don't have to do too much, right? But it caused severe nerve damage, ladies and gentlemen. And when it did, not only did it cause issues in her body, but it also caused her to have a speech impediment from the nerve damage. So right now, Maxine, you have your patches on, do you? Do you have your patches on? You don't. So I want you to say hello to everybody and just kind of maybe share a sentence or two so that they can hear you talk, and then you'll put the patches on.
Hi everyone. My name is Maxine Mitchell, and like Miss Nina stated, I am a domestic violence survivor. As she stated before, my last major attack caused me to have such nerve damage that started from my head up into my the throat, and it went to other ailments in my body, which ultimately gave me cubital tunnel and carpal tunnel, to where my hands and my arms will go numb, and other areas as well. It had been really hard to be able to speak clearly, and it became such a hassle because initially I had like an internal nervous breakdown from having to go through so much to keep myself and my children safe. In that time, I ended up finding Miss Nina, because I had been in search of a solution for my speech because I talk a lot, and it goes in with my job, it goes in with my career as well. I'm also a student. So as I was looking for assistance for it, that's how I met Miss Nina, and she provided me the opportunity to see about the patches.
So now, can you put your patches on, so that people can see what happens when you put your patches on?
Sure, I can do just that. Give me one moment, though. I just need to step away for just a
That's fine.
moment.
That's fine. Everybody good with that, right? We good. We good. She gonna step away for a second. She's gonna put her patches on. She does not have any patches on whatsoever. Give her a second. We're being patient because we with you, Maxine. We not going anywhere. All right. So as you see, ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you a question. When you have a product that changes the quality of people's lives, you're not selling anything. You're simply sharing information. When you have a product, and I'm sure all of you would agree that when you have a product that does what you're seeing right before your eyes, I want you to start thinking about now how many people whose lives could be impacted by these super patches. You've seen the VTT technology. You've seen now live testimonies. We're in 32 countries. And Mexico and Colombia will be launching in August. We thought that they were going to launch July 1st, but there's some little red tape that we're fixing in Mexico. This has nothing to do with Super Patch. So in the next 30 days, we will be launching Mexico and Colombia. In the next 30 days, we will be in 34 countries. 34. So we got a list of countries we can offer you. And I think Maxine is coming back now. And you're going to now see the difference between once Maxine now has her patches on. Maxine?
Hi, everyone. Once again. So this is the peace patch. I start with that patch because it initially helps with my speech. So this is me putting on the peace patch.
Some deep breathing. How you feel now, Maxine?
After a few moments, it allows me to have clear and concise speech. And if my body wants to try to start stuttering, it's like this tingling that goes to my tongue along with the rest of like my body. And then it allows me to relax, like it relaxes my internals. So even if I wanted to stutter, the peace patch helps alleviate that. It sends like this signal to my brain, um, making it come out of fight or flight. And this has been phenomenal for me because of the type of career I have. It's a speaking role. And without my full speech, I can't do what I love. So that's the first patch I used. And then I put the remainders on. The ones that have helped me the most have been the liberty, the freedom, the focus. The peace is the number one, though. Peace has been the number one because it's like a hug to my internals. And I am being someone who cannot take any type of pharmaceutical medications or anything. It makes a huge difference in my life. And yes, I will make sure to keep my patches with me. I do have my other ones in which I use, along with making sure that I use them daily. But peace is always the first because that's what kind of gives me that first internal hug.
Thank you
And then I place
so
the rest of
much.
them on as well. No problem at all. Like I
Thank
said,
you
it's the
so much.
liberty, the freedom, the peace, and the focus.
Okay.
And I also enjoy using the joy. The joy is a great pair with the peace.
Maxine, I love you, girl. We
I
can't
love
wait to see how your story unfolds for you. And we're going to be live on Facebook together on Wednesday. You guys, she has a real crazy schedule with school. But thank you. And we pray God's protection and covering over you as He continues to give you wholeness in your body and make you well. Thank you so much. All right, y'all, listen. Y'all. Listen, again, you can't unsee what you've just seen and you can't unhear what you've just heard. And I know that we're a little longer than we normally are right now, but you needed to see these stories. Dr. Nicole Bramwell, I need to bring you to the line because this is the first time that we've seen some of these kinds of testimonies. I know you look like you're about to cry like me.
Mm.
Dr. Bramwell, what do you have to say about what we just all witnessed? All 365 of us witnessed it. What do you have
Do
to
I
say?
need to say anything? I
We
mean,
shouldn't really, but sign up. I mean, there really should.
I know. So first of all, so 30 plus years of being a medical doctor, and I have never, ever, ever, ever seen this in my life, not in response to a medication, not in response to a therapy, not in response to anything like that, that what I was originally trained on. And so this, I'm definitely a believer in God, but in the patches too, because these are definitely anointed and God sent. And so I am grateful that I'm able to witness this in my lifetime, because this is truly miraculous. And besides taking care of symptoms, and I say it every time we meet, like Mrs. Moore was saying, to change the quality of someone's life is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Don't look at it as just putting a patch on. I'm, witnessing this with Maxine, and I'm so grateful for you and Miss Mia for sharing, because this is courageous. This is courage to come before and be so transparent and so out there. My dog is trying to compete. I'm sorry. And so I just appreciate you for that. And I witnessed William stand up. He could barely take, like, he has to walk so fast with the walker to the bathroom in order to stay upright. And so to see him take his time and come back without his walker is miraculous. And so these things are miraculous. I'm going to move. I'm sorry. I'm going to move. But clearly, science to this, technology to this, this is a blessing that technology can be used this way. I don't care what anybody says. I actually just got a message. That's what I was responding to. I reached out to a doctor who said to me she doesn't want to be part of a pyramid scheme, and MLMs are not for her. And I'm like, how could you see what I saw and see this advisory board with all these doctors on here? How could you look at the information and see the studies pure science, that this man traveled across the globe. Jay traveled to anyone that had any kind of research on this connection between our nerves and ourselves and our brain. And I mean, this is the cracked code right here. This is the cracked code of how we, for wellness, for true wellness, for helping people heal. And we're not saying anything about, we're not giving medical claims. So please hear my voice. But how can you unsee or unhear what you have seen and what you have heard here? And that it is backed clearly by science. And God definitely touched Jay. And his why, how could it be any bigger than to do it for your mom? So all I can say is I can't even overtalk. I can't do anything
Thank
past
you.
those testimonials.
Thank
So
you so
I'm
much,
just
Dr.
talking because you
Bramwell.
asked me to.
No,
But
thank you very much. Thank you. We're gonna go ahead and move forward. Thank you so much. So listen, when you are like kind of you dumbfound the doctors, ladies and gentlemen, right? Then you know you're onto something. I want to let you know again the why. The why is that we're solving global wellness problems for the world with what? With Super Patch, VTT technology. And then the how, because now it's up to us to expose the world of all the patches that we have. Exposure is all we need. And I'm here to tell you freedom for pain, victory for stability and mobility and strength and balance, but great for recovery. This is more for athleticism. Liberty for balance and stability. It's our foundational patch. Ignite is going to burn up to 500 calories at a resting state. Joy is our happy patch. Peace. We don't even need to talk about that. You just saw it. Lumi is for your skin. Defend will boost your immune system. Focus. We already talked about that. It's going to help you keep your focus. Rocket is for sexual enhancement. Kick it is going to help you to curb those cravings or those habits that you have. If you got a bad habit, Kick it is going to help you with that. All right. Any form of habit. REM is for sleep. Boost is for energy, clean energy. Ladies and gentlemen, there's really nothing else that we should have to say. How big is the market? It's huge. It's huge. We're talking about $500 billion in opportunity, and you can choose any one of those areas and actually change your life while you're changing the lives of other people because you saw what happened tonight. The market is massive and you're early to the party. And what we really love here at Super Patch, and I'm going to say this because I've been on a call with Jay today and the leadership, is the competition, right? It's for losers. We don't have any competition because we want you to understand that Super Patch is one of one. We want you to understand that Super Patch doesn't have a Me Too product. And even though there are other patches on the market, here's what I want you to understand. No other patch is non-ingredient. Any other patch that's out on the market may say that they're all natural, but even all natural has ingredients. But also, here's what you need to understand, and I wrote this down while Jay was talking. You need to know that no other company with patches is going to share their research. They're not going to show their research with you. And when a company won't share their research with you, you need to wonder why. So there's another patch. I'm not going to say the name of it. It doesn't show their research, but their studies have been done on 10 to 12 people. But when you're looking at p-Valley stats are 36 to 72 or higher. Well, if you do the research on Super Patch has done that research on more than 70 plus people. These are some of the questions that you need to ask yourself when you're making your decision about market advantage. You want to know that your company is globally protected. There's intellectual property. Our products are FDA registered. Our products are trademarked. No one can copy what we've got. You want to know that we've got solutions, right? And products for maximum market opportunity. Well, what does that mean? We've got 14 different patches and more to come. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I know that there's one that's going to drop at the top of the year that is going to make a lot of people very excited, right? We've got our flow patch that's for memory and cognitive balance that's actually coming back. And when it comes back, our CEO told us today it will be new and improved. It will be even better than it was. So we've got a wellness solution for 85% of the people that come into the doctor's office. Well, you want to know that your company, you got to check all of these off when you're looking at a company. Do you have products that actually work, that people want to go order? They're not forcing orders in the back office. Do you have a product that works fast? Do you have clinical studies and hundreds and thousands of testimonies? Do you get live testimonies on those calls where people can show you that the products are working in real time? Well, what about a company that has regulatory and clinical compliance? What about a company, Dr. Bramwell, that has products that offer no lifestyle change, no diet change? You patch and you go. What about the fact that our products are the same in every single one of our countries? Because what happens with most products, you guys, is that in order to get them into other countries, you have to change the ingredients because not every country accepts the same ingredients. But Super Patch doesn't have to make any changes because there are no ingredients, there's no medicines, there's no side effects, there's no contraindications. Well, our CEO did the market research to find, well, what is the perfect pricing for consumers today? And when you can find a company that checks all of these off of your list, that's the company that you make home. And that is when you decide to catch the super wave. I am here to tell you that this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Now, we've got tons of packs. And I'm going to tell you that, as our CEO said to us today on the leadership call, the $12.99 pack is really the best pack for me. That's the best pack. You literally can share the $12.99 pack. It's not on here because let me tell you why it's not on here. It's not on here because it's actually a pack that is only available for members only. So here's what we want you to do. Tonight, you're going to have the opportunity to join for $1. Everybody type $1 down in the chat. Type it down in the chat. You're going to have the opportunity to join us for $1. And I know you're saying, wait a minute, what, Nina? I need to see everybody, all 352 people, unless you're driving a car, put $1 in the chat. If you are a guest on this line, after what you just saw, there should be nothing we're talking about right now, but you need to run back to the person and get their link and say, I'm in. Get their link. Listen, tomorrow we can explore the package options for you. On July the 1st is what you'll do, because tonight is the last night that you will be able to get in for $1. That membership fee is going back to $40 after midnight tonight. So don't delay and don't take all night. Get the link tonight, right now, and sign up for $1. And then we're going to connect you to our boards app. We're going to give you a Linktree link. We actually meet as a team several times a week to make sure that you get the training and the guidance that you need. Now, what we're waiting for is for you to say yes for the thing that you've been waiting for your entire life, for real timing and positioning. So why are there some other companies like Herbalife's and Amways and Avons and Mary Kay's and all of those companies, ladies and gentlemen, that had their big boom because they were the first to do something. They were the first to do something. I will tell you that duplication is not built on hype, but duplication is built on undeniable proof. I know that you believe, like I do, that you saw Maxine, Mia, and William, and you saw undeniable proof that these products in real time work. So this undeniable proof is enough to show you that wealth is built by those who move before the crowd. This is your opportunity to get started now. So we've got tons of packages for you to choose from, but we want you to get started for at least $1 tonight. $1. And then what you're going to do, tomorrow, that's the day. Tomorrow, you're going to log into your account by going to your ID number or the username you create tonight, .superpatch.com. All right, what you're going to do is get back to them. Nobody's going to put their link in the chat right here. What you're going to do is you're going to get back to the person who invited you here, and you're going to get their link. We do everything with integrity. We operate with integrity. So whomever invited you to this Zoom, that's who you get back to, and you enroll with them. You're going to log in, sign up for $1, and then tomorrow we're going to flood our orders so that your super patches will be on the way. Because what I want you to do between now and tomorrow is I want you to make a list of all the people that you know can benefit from these products. I want to say welcome to the team. Welcome to the Super Patch Journey. And I want to say welcome to the first day of the best days of your life. Congratulations to those that are launching their businesses tonight. Miss Angela Scott, Kawana Owens and team, Justin Jones. We've got so many. If I start, I'm gonna start a mess, right? But get back to them right now and lock in. This won't be $1 tomorrow. So you will not be able to call us and say, is there anything you can do? Can I get a hookup? No, you won't be able to. Tomorrow you'll pay full price, or you'll just log in and get started with your pack. I'm going to tell you, like our CEO said today, the $12.99 pack is the best pack to start with, because it's going to put you in position to literally be your wholesale market as you think about all of the people that need the products that you are able to help them with. Now, $12.99 is the only pack that you can customize, and you're able to get 40 packs of patches that is an over $3,000 value for $12.99 plus tax and shipping. You can also use flex pay options like Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm, ZipPay, Sezzle, and whatever else there is out there to also purchase your pack, or you can put it on a credit card. Because guess what? I watch people spend thousands and thousands to go see Beyonce, and that doesn't change their lives. This right here is not only going to change your life, but it's going to change the lives of the people that are connected to you. It's going to change the lives of people that you don't even know yet. So we don't want to see you from the top. We want to see you at the top with us. Run back to the person that invited you here, get their link, and get started now. Good night, and God bless you all.